Hello, this is Asadic, and this is going to be a demo video about the Content Manager Paint Shop. I wanted to start by demystifying a little bit about what it's doing and to encourage you to mess about in these files. So this is a GIMP file, and there's a bunch of layers. You can see there's like blue and red and green, and there's also a JSON file which has a bunch of definition stuff in it. I'm not expecting you to read all that. This is my livery. I included it as an example. There's a bunch of stuff commented out. Comments, hopefully they're useful, that they're not necessarily all accurate. So good luck with that. But this is the JSON file, and this is the CM Paint Shop folder. And there's a bunch of stuff in here. These are all the files that are being referenced by the JSON. There may be a couple stragglers in here left over for some other project I was working on, so please disregard those. And and this is the GIMP file that I had open over here. Okay, so all that's out of the way. These are all the files you can get into and play with and try to figure out how this thing operates. So I'm going to go bring up, I have this sort of test car. I mean, that's my car. I'm going to bring up a test car. Actually, I'll do what maybe you're going to do. Maybe you're just on a regular livery because you don't have these test cars yet. And you're going to open up the showroom. I'll go ahead and reset. Default, empty, fast. Here's a car. You know, this is a sort of a fancy livery I downloaded. You know, obviously, Ferrari is not a participant in Indycar, but whatever. Now I'm going to open the paint shop, and nothing really happens. Actually, let's close the paint shop. Let's go over here to here. I'm going to turn the driver on because I forgot to do that. Now I'm going to turn on the paint shop. Okay, so there's a bunch of options over here. We'll start with something simple like rims. I love it when it doesn't work. How about the driver's suit? Can I change that? There's something about the rims on this car. Let's say, I'm going to say, start a new one. How about that? Let's start a new one. Car pattern. And this is the red, green, and blue that you saw just a moment ago in here. Red, green, and blue, right? Except that there's all these color pickers over here that you can use to change the colors. Every single one of these buttons over there gives you a different method by which to select your colors. This is a HSB color space, and this is RGB. So you can get in there and play with that. But that's some of the ways that you work with colors in the paint shop. I'm just doing things randomly. But let's say you like that color, and we'll do something kind of standard. Like that, right? You like that. And your number, there's a slider up here. You don't have to use a slider. You can click into any of these entry fields and you can type in whatever you want. This font is what's called tabular. So any 2-digit number should center properly about that center line. I'm sorry, people with 1-digit numbers. It's just how it is. I can't help you there. And this is really just for my livery anyway. But it'll apply to other liveries as well. Sorry, that was a misstatement. So this is my livery, or my layout and all that good stuff. If I end up with a teammate, maybe they'll have a livery like this that's very similar to mine with a different color. We'll see how that works out. But there's these drop downs over here that you can use to modify the color of certain elements. And every one of these color selectors modifies a different element or combination of elements. Like these, the back numbers on the wing. Sorry. They're connected. So those are both the same color. And they will always be the same color. Because that's how I wrote it. But you could go in and make it different. This is for names. And there's no name on here. I've tried to provide options for where your name can go. And like, obviously that's not going to fit a long name. But you could put a name there. Or you could put a name there. Or you could put names there. And these are actually on both sides. Because you can't really see them both at the same time. Right? So I allowed those to be on both sides at the same time. The ones up here by the driver's head, it seemed weird to have them both on at the same time. So I allowed the option of only having one. So you could pick if you just wanted one. And I'm actually going to turn this one off. So this is one way that you make liveries, by having sort of a base pattern that you're going to replace all the colors. Like this, right? Something else that I've allowed for people that maybe don't want to get so much into GIMP and you just want to be able to put your name and number on a car. There's a bunch of liveries in here that I downloaded that are available. And you guys will have to sort of work it out amongst yourselves who's going to get which livery. Which team is going to take which livery. I tried to provide enough so that a lot of people would be covered. A lot of teams would have options. Somebody needs to be Ferrari for the fun of it. And all of these have slightly different options. Like not every car can have a name here. So that option is not available, and you can put the name here or there. But lots of different liveries in here that look pretty good as it is. Just name, number, done for the most part, right? There's the car paint. You should leave that alone. The NAGP wheel decal should be on by default. If you hit F1, you'll change your view. You'll see we have an NAGP wheel decal. You could technically turn it off, but it's on by default. You should leave it on. Driver gloves. I will go to here. I'm going to turn the wheel. I'm going to go back to the paint shop. And I'm going to turn on driver gloves. Jacob Allen has done a great job. Sorry, Alan Jacobs has done a great job making the glove styles. So you can go in and you can really sort of customize these like you can the car. I mean, nobody would ever do that, right? It wouldn't have a blue in it. But so you can modify those, all three colors, as you wish. Get crazy with it, or jiggy with it, as you so desire. I'm going to F1 over to here. Driver helmets. He has also made that's just mine. It's pretty simple, right? Kind of silly. Again, you can change these colors. There's a bunch of styles under here. Don't be shy about experimenting and poking around and finding a style you like. And again, all of these colors are adjustable to play with whatever color scheme or whatever car you've selected. right? So you can go in and make edits to those. The driver's suit is pretty simple. It's just one color. The whole suit changes color together because you can't really see the suit from outside the car. But you can set that as well. And the rims should actually be editable. I may have to look into that. This doesn't seem to be working well right now, so whatever. It's not perfect. But that's basically how it works. Oh, I didn't turn on the... Maybe that's why. No. I'll have to look into the rims. Oh, and we need to work on tires too. So, anyway, that's it. And I'll post a link. There's a new beta version of the content manager that allows these 6 colors to work correctly, and you're going to need that as well in order to use this paint shop file. So I'll post that as well. And if you have questions, let me know. I think that's it. All right.